welcome back to part 2. You guys probably liked the first one, even though I'm recording this even though I'm recording this after the first one. So yeah, I think we were talking about some of the toy animatronics, yeah. So let's do that. So, Henry made the toy animatronics to keep William out, and he's noticed the puppet had tear marks, but he didn't care about it. But the kids kept mangling up Funtime Foxy, or as we call Mangle, or Fixed Mangle, literally, made it a kids attraction so they could take apart and put back together. Called it Kids Cove. Balloon Boy was back. JJ was somewhere as like a storage unit or something. And then he grabbed the Fredbear characters and put them in the back because he didn't know what to do with them. Henry had some prototypes of the toys. They were called the Mediocre Melodies. You'll see them later in the story. There was Happy Frog, Mr. Hippo, Pigpatch, Ned Bear, and Orville. Originally, Toy Freddy was originally going to be Ned Bear. Toy Bonnie was originally going to be Happy Frog. Toy Chico was originally going to be Pigpatch. Mr. Hippo was originally going to be Foxy or Mangle. And then Orville Elephant was originally going to be, the puppet was originally going to be Orville Elephant, but he scrapped them and dumped them and gave them to Fazbear Entertainment so they can do whatever with them. And then after that, Henry made a security thing to put in the toy animatronics head so he can scan for William Afton or any intruders that come into the building, which is a smart idea. But that didn't work unless William has a suit on, because they think that's an animatronic. Well, Henry, my man, you should detect them with the suits on. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, Henry. But none of that now. So, William found out a way. He found the back door. He found some way to get back in and kill more kids. And instead of putting them in the suits, he experimented on them and put them in the fun times. And tried to do illusion discs. But he also made some code of himself in a socket board. We'll come to that in another part. But yeah. Then William decided to go home and stuff like that, thinking about his depressing mood. So he told Michael to go to his brother's room. He knows his room is a bit different. It looked like the FNAF 4 bedroom. Then they realized the nightmares were there. So they tormented him, Michael, not the crying child. Michael came out alive. William was thankful. He did the experiment, tortured Michael because what he did was his crying child's son. But then he went back to Freddy's. Henry found out there was more missing children, closed that down. But then Fazbear Entertainment made Henry to make another place, which was called Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, which is Finest Freddy's 1. They had Freddy, Bonnie, Chico, and Foxy. They got rid of the scanning thing because they know, hey, William Afton will come back anyway, so what's the point? But yeah, William came back and then destroyed the animatronics. But not with his bare hands, obviously, with like an axe or like a weapon or something, or a crank, or like a spare crank or something. He was telling him to follow him into the back room, in the safe room, and go. But then, before that, all that happened, William told Michael to go to the sis location, where Funtime Freddy, Funtime Foxy, not the Mangle Funtime Foxy, but Funtime Foxy, Bon Bon, and the rest of sis location characters are. He did that, got scooped, Ennard went in him, and then bada bing, bada boom, bah, he collapsed on the floor and left the body. And then the string was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Huh? A zombie apocalypse? Anyway, and then Michael woke up from agony and remnant, still had the same soul, but he wanted to get revenge on William Afton because he tormented him. And then the FNAF 1 pizzeria shut down because obviously the arrow-tracks were decommissioned and nobody went there, so it shut down for business. Not getting any money. The revenue was going ooh. The hours were going down. They were losing stonks, my man. But then back to present time. Yeah, speaking of present time, it's 2023, so William Afton's back, and we'll get to that later. In the imagine 30 years ago, right? Because William Afton's supposed to be back in this timeline. He's supposed to come back in 2023, which is what it is now. 30 years ago, man. That's where he was. I'll talk about that now. William saw the ghosts of the kids. Like he had a backup of a code thing that someone might have picked up later on in the story, which, spoiler, it does happen. Quick. Anyway, William saw the ghost kids. He was terrified. He was having a panic attack. So he wanted to get in the suit and torment the kids. Yeah, sorry about sniffly nose. Yeah. What William wanted to do, he didn't know what suit to hide. He was going to originally hide in the Predator suit, the Spring Freddy suit. But he realized there's a dead kid in there, because he's gone Freddy. Big brain William. But he wasn't big brain for no long, because the FNAF 1 band attraction, the Finance Phase 1 attraction was, unfortunately, run down, and water was dripping. Bloop, 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 bloop. And when he put the spring lock suit on, water goes on his shoulder or any part of him, and ketchup spilling everywhere. And you know what that ketchup is. Trust me, you know what that ketchup is. Don't lie to me. You know what that ketchup is. And then William was lying there dead for a couple of days, and then the spirits set free. Also, we thought we will come back to that later. William's tormented of characters were haunted him. They're called the Phantoms. We'll come to them later. And one time, Henry told some people to go to the Fazbear entertainment area to check if there's anything creepy there they want to use for their attraction. So Henry found the safe room. He told them to block it out. They broke it down, and then they saw the spring trap, and then they took him to Fazbear's Fright. Henry didn't know who it was in there until 5 seconds later he realized William's been missing. I don't think it's him, but it probably will be. That's what he's probably said. Well, that's what I think he said. But then he found out it was William because a couple of days later, where they put Springtrap, and a couple of days later when he came back, he was not there. So Henry wanted to work as a night guard at the to try and find William, see where the heck is he. He shut down FNAF thing. Why hasn't he shut down the Fazbear's Fright location? Because this is normally normal for Henry now. But he doesn't know Springtrap is William. So, but then he finds out because the Phantoms are tormenting Henry for his past trauma. He came up with an idea to set a gas leak in the building because he knew Springtrap was William Afton. Was that the purple guy? Sorry, technical difficulties. We're back. So then Henry found out William was Springtrap. He set the place on fire. They left. Henry survived the fire. He escaped, thankfully. The place burned to the ground. Trust me. It was burning to a crisp. It was like barbecue chicken bacon cheeseburgers, like a barbecue in there. Oh my god. But yeah, that's where the story ends. Henry escaped, Michael's doing whatever, and William's finally dead. Also, we thought FNAF 6 happens out of nowhere. We're confused, and that's where the story goes. But in a good way, kind of. Sort of. And then William, after he came back from the dead, he was like all burnt. He was like, oh god, this is worse than the spring lock. I feel old. And then he was in a wheelchair. I'm joking, obviously. That's gonna be scary. DLC. Imagine that's in Security Breach DLC. William is in a wheelchair as a skeleton. And his final words are, I always come back and I'm in my wheelchair. But I need to get my meds. Anyway, that would be for the DLC. He could be turned into the blob, actually. Anyway, we'll come back to that later. So then William came back. He found out Fredbear's old pizzeria existed. Because he used the spring Bonnie suit, the golden Bonnie suit. Not the spring money suit, which is what he used for Scrap Trap. So then he used that, and he was like, you know what, I'll use that design. Which, is a peanut design. Then, after that, William's like, he got his new form. But then, meanwhile, Ennard, they kicked, the rest of the Fun Times kicked out Circus Baby. They had an argument. Circus Baby found some parts of her old design, or the blueprints of her old design. They used that, and then she became Scrap Baby. Scrap Trap was, William Afton became Scrap Trap. Elizabeth became Scrap Baby. The rest of the Ennard gang became Molten Freddy. They found some prototype mask of Molten Freddy and, Funtime Freddy, and used that. But then, meanwhile, with the puppet, she survived the fire, along with William. The rest of the Phantoms set freed, because even though there were hallucinations at the beginning. Yeah, and then after that, Henry was so confused. He wanted to find Michael, so he found Michael, made a deal with him. Phasma Entertainment, Henry, and Michael all made an agreement to make a elusive trap for the rest of for the fun finale of the game, which, spoiler, is not the final chapter. Anyway, get all this wind off my chest. So then William was like, questioning about design. Then he met Scrap Baby, realized I was his daughter. They teamed up, and they went to go find some other people. Meanwhile, Puppet, she was scared. But meanwhile, Henry had a little trap to go on. It's called Lefty. Wanted to capture the puppet. So, thankfully, a couple months later, captured the puppet. Did his job, went back to Henry. Henry did some experiments with Puppet, left Puppet, go her do other thing, which I don't know why. Could have left Puppet there, but she probably got angry then. So yeah, Charlotte, or the Puppet, became Lefty. William is now a peanut design, Scrap Babies like that, and all the scraps. So he went to the Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, where Michael is the owner now. He did some bobs, he added Music Man in there, he put Rockstar Freddy in there, he even put Lefty in there, but he got a lawsuit from it, so he had to pay the bills. He got a little helpy figure, he put that on his desk, he did some night shifts, and the place was on fire, because Henry Trap. He set the place on fire. Scrap Baby was trying to prove to her dad that she could be a murderer just like him. Sorry, Elizabeth, you're gonna be dead. And she does dead. She's thankfully dead at the end of the series. Same with the puppet. Mom Freddy's, the spirits of the thing possessed. They were originally the classics. Well, they were the Wizards, then the classics, then the Fun Times, then Molten Freddy. Oh, and we still don't know if they possess the Blob in Security Breach, but you know what? Not to explain right now. Wow, it's only been like 40 minutes and 47 seconds. Wow, that's how. I'm already in Pizza Simulator. I'm quicking. Wow. This is like shorter than the other one. But again, I'm getting more quicker with this because I want you guys to understand. So, what William did, he was burning, but for some reason the William door was wooden and the rest were metal, which was a mistake. But we'll come back to that in Security Breach. So then, meanwhile, some random kids were like, "Hey, we'll go check out the abandoned Freddy Fazbear's. We'll go to the abandoned Freddy Fazbear's." And then they found the socket board. The socket board thing. Obviously, there's a bunch of teenagers working at the Young Fazbear Entertainment store. It's not actual kids. Jesus. Yeah, the toys were scrapped now. The fun times were sent to, I don't know, Chuck E. Cheese's or something. Probably melted in, I don't know. The fun times were scrapped, so they probably sent it to I don't know, somewhere. And then the classics will probably recycle to Fredbear's Dino or something. I don't know. But anyway. So then years later, Henry sadly passed away to old age. I'm joking. He died in the fire. He trapped himself because he wanted to die, because he had enough of his life. Because he was an old man, his family was already dead, so it was a gift. His daughter was dead, so he couldn't have anything, so he had to commit suicide, I guess. Burned to death with his old partner, which is so sad, and even with his daughter. Oh my god. Now think about that, it's so sad. Boom. But anyway, again, so sad. I don't know why I'm laughing at that, but anyway, meanwhile, William Afton woke up in a purgatory and found out. Guess what? The one he shouldn't have killed, for some reason, one of the kids says Gonfrey. Yes, Gonfrey has two spirits. The bite victim, which is William's kid, and the fifth victim, which apparently was the one he shouldn't killed, and yet Chica was the first one to kill. Oh, I don't give a shit about that. Anyway, moving on. Henry, somehow William escaped in the purgatory, and yeah, the teenager kids were like, get the first entertainment, and they wanted to work on a VR game based on the experiences, and now Michael somehow survived the fire. He has been to mortality like his father. Oh my god. Anyway, so Michael owns now Fazbear Entertainment. Wanted to continue Henry's legacy, not Williams, because Williams is a dictator. I know YouTube's new policy with the swear words. I'm sorry, YouTube. Please don't demonetize me. Please. Anyway, I don't think they did it. I don't give a damn. But you know how he's like, I'm the owner of Fazbear Entertainment now. I survived the fire. I actually escaped. I don't know how he escaped. I just know he did, because who else would own flipping a Fazbear Entertainment? Not Vanessa, because she got hired by Michael after noon. He did purple handshake. Purple handshake. Not fucking good. But also, some off brands were going on. There was this pizzeria house opened called Candy's World. Got shut down because sued by Popgo's Entertainment and Storage. So then they owned Candy's animatronics and became Popgo's. And then got abandoned a couple years later. And then some of the old animatronics, yes, including fan games in this series. I will do my own way. So yeah. Someone made a video game about flunkies and horror games about the franchise. They were like, hey, this would be cool. You want to spread more rumors? Well, we'll do this. We'll do this. We'll make Freddy collect picnic baskets. I want that to be a game now. Freddy collects picnic baskets. And there's, oh, boo boo. You know how his kid in Freddy in Space will be like, oh, boo boo. Or Fred. We're gonna collect all the tuna fan sandwiches. I want that to be a game. Please make that into a game, Scott and Steelwall. Oh my god, that would be so cool. You collab with a picnic basket, dude, and the bear. It'd be so cool. Anyway, stop talking about memes. Talking about the law. So afterwards, where did we get up to? Oh yeah, so yeah, Michael wanted to make a pizzaplex. He wanted to make a big mole. He wanted to be better than his father, better than Henry. Um. Anyway, so well, he wanted to start off with. He wanted to make a VR game with the company, but they found out the soccer board accidentally got in the wanted thing, so they went and then William was back. He became Glitch Up, possessed Fanny. That was a tester at the game, possessed her, and now she's a reluctant follower. So after that, Henry had a brilliant idea. Or should I say Henry now? So, by the way, lights off. You can still see me though, thankfully. Anyway, so Henry, why do I keep saying Henry? Michael had an idea to make the VR game. Sadly, didn't do any business. Had some texture issues, like moved threadbare for some reason. Brown. They realized that was a mistake, so they fixed that. So then afterwards, they made They made the Fans vs Initiative. They were like, "Hey, let's get some fan games into this." So then they realized they wasn't doing that well. In the Fazbear Entertainment storage, that wasn't doing well. So they, they scrapped the idea. They were wondering, what should we do? We've done the wanted thing. We've done a VR game. What do we do? They make an I can't speak. They make, right, a delivery service where you can deliver animatronics. But here's the thing, I'm including the skins to be canon. You're gonna be mad at me. They made like holiday skins and like additional ones. They even let the endoskeleton get there because they wanted to. And no, Shy Bunny is not in the canon series, so you can't include him because Remnant Agony existed. Anyway. Yeah, after that, Michael was like, "Hey, this is a delivery service going well, we're getting a lot of money. We made like Frost Plush Trap, Shamrock Freddy, Melted Chocolate Bonnie, Little Red Chica." But they stopped it. They made like a little dark circus little circus thing. They made Ballora, Ring Mouse Foxy, and yeah, they stole William's ideas of the fun times. That was pretty cool. They recycled them, so, and made more copies. Obviously, Toy Bonnie had a little malfunction. Toy Freddy was acting more gamery. Toy Chico was more and yeah, issues with the toys though, but they handled it pretty fine. But they found out Springtrap wasn't supposed to be in there, so they got rid of him and made little flamethrower skins to like scorch them. But they became hacked by Vanny and killing the people, and then they started going down, but they still got money for it. So they made the Pizzaplex, and it took them. How long did the game took to make? Oh yeah, 2 years. It took them 2 years to make the Pizzaplex. Oh no, we're joking. Again, I'm just saying that because it's funny. Yeah, people were making memes about the past traumas from the Fazbear family. Family, what the fuck? I can't speak. They made memes about the Fazbear uncle stuff, and like saying like, "Ooh, imagine the little healthy thingy that was in the pizzeria, that pizza place that we went to. Imagine him buff, or like imagine the original Chica having no head, or making a hot dog man with glasses." And let's make memes about this, or let's make make the the Fredbear dude have no ear and be chummy like this with a purple grape man beside him. If you don't get them references, you're not a FNAF fan. Anyway, or make a sexy Foxy. Man. Only men. Anyway, back to the timeline. Wow, this is still like not even that. Oh my god. But yeah, when and then security breach was doing well. Security breach happens, which you probably should know about security breach if you've not played the game. You don't know, you're not a FNAF fan. Yeah, there was a random kid that showed up nowhere called Gregory. Freddy was possessed by Michael after him. He panicked on stage, woke up, helped Gregory get out. Mattball kept annoying people. Vanny was possessed by Glitch Trap. And then William came back as People Afton, which is Burn Trap basically. And the spirits were like, fuck you, we're going back. We're in the FNAF series again. Then they possessed the blob. And the blob was like, cut me, you kill me, Burn Trap. And they took Peepaw away, I think. Please tell me he's dead. Please don't let him come back in the Ruin DLC. I was happy he exploded. Or, it'll be cool if the blob and thing fused together, but again, the Ruin DLC is not out as recording this. This will probably be we know it's coming out this year, somewhere this year, along with a Balloon Circus game, 2D game. Neville Scott retired, but you know what? Anyway, like I said, dementia. I'm joking. But yeah, sadly, people go missing, and the place burned down. The security breach place burned down, and people were somewhere in there still. Vanny stopped getting possessed by Glitch Trap, unless alternate ending, she didn't get possessed and she did become Mr. Freddy, or Burn Trap escaped the fire and somewhere out there, or maybe I don't know. Security breach is confusing. But you know what happens in security breach. And yeah, that's the entire Five Nights at Freddy's timeline, only in 2 parts. Unlike the Game Fairy, so like doing like 5 parts, I think, like Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh my god! I can't beatbox. I'm too tired. Oh my god! This is like straight after the first one. Yeah. Anyway, that is Finest Phrase Timeline Part 2. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a great sleep. Good night. Sniff my nose.